The final resting place for more than 1,000 souls has left their loved ones looking for answers about upkeep and accountability at the Monrovia Cemetery.
That cemetery has been around since the late 1800s near downtown Charleston, but right now it's full of overgrown grass and vegetation, sometimes completely covering the people's grave sites and the tombstones.
Now family members are trying to find out who's responsible. Our Emily Johnson visited that cemetery today and tells us how miscommunication has taken an emotional toll on family members.
The cemetery was recently declared a non-perpetual care cemetery, which means family members are responsible for keeping up with ownership information and gravesite maintenance. The declaration was made by some loved ones buried on the property, leaving others questioning who is responsible. Management resigned a few years ago once people stopped paying to be buried on the lot and the money for maintenance stopped.
People were outraged that, the graves were not being kept, the cemetery was not being kept.
When people buried their loved ones at the cemetery, they were told the graves and property would be maintained, but now with no management or groundskeepers, family members are required to upkeep the graves. Imagine coming to visit your loved one at their final resting place, but you're not even able to locate their grave or tombstone. Maurice Lee was first introduced to the cemetery 2 years ago when his wife was visiting her grandmother's grave.
The grave was covered in grass, and he knew the section where she was at, but he couldn't find her.
Lee decided to try to clear graves off, as many of the lives lost have no one located nearby or alive to maintain the grave or tombstone, leaving the deceased forgotten.
When they come and see the condition of the graveyard and their loved one's grave site, they are heartbroken.
State Representative Wendell Gilliard sponsored a bill back in 2019 to protect forgotten cemeteries throughout South Carolina. The bill proposes to authorize a county or municipality to maintain, preserve, and protect any cemeteries located within its area that have been abandoned or not maintained.
It's a massive problem everywhere. We need something done about this because most of these sites are not being kept up to par.
Gilliard is now planning to reintroduce the bill after concerns surrounding Monrovia Cemetery were brought to his attention.
A grave site, let's keep it up to par, and these are the penalties if you don't do it.
Reporting in Charleston, Emily Johnson, Live 5 News.
Relatives say they have attempted to call city and county officials to see if they could help with maintenance, but no one has stepped up. We also attempted to reach the property owners and former management, but received either no comment or denial of responsibility.